the way that you want me to. I'm sorry, know that this is hard for me. Sorry, I let everything fall on me. But sorry, I only wanna chase my dreams. Sorry, we never wanted the same things. I'm sorry, I wish I could control my heart and control my love, hold you in my arms. I know that I should have said it from the start, that I'm so in love with you, but not in the way that you want me to. Girl, you know that I feel for you, but not in the way that you want me to. It's a ring in a dream, you called on me to be a king. I'm so drawn, but please make this easy for me and accept that fate has its own reasons. I gave you pain and I don't mean it. If it was letting me, I'd change like the 4 seasons. I just don't think we were meant to go along. I know that's what you're fighting for. You gave me love and I ignored it. Wish I could run, I'm hiding for it. Cause I'm ashamed that I would go and write another love song, knowing that you're dying for it. So I guess I just had to tell you that I am so in love with you, but not in the way that you want me to. Girl, you know that I feel for you.
Hey everybody, how are you? Thank you for being here. I know I can't believe I'm here either. Erica, she was here earlier. Hey Wanda, how are you? Celia, my New York sister. Hey Tino. I'm so glad you're here too. Stephen C, how you doing, my girl? Hi KK, my love, how you doing? Stanley Cup, my favorite Stanley Cup. Let's go. How are you, sweetie pot? Hey, Shyla, how you doing, beautiful girl? How are you guys? I hope you're doing well and all the things. It's freezing. Listen, I'm not feeling the heat. I mean, it is rainy here in New York and New Jersey, but hey, Sam Marks, how are ya? So I had it's the end of the month, and I had to give the the last 5 memberships. So that's basically why I'm here. And then I saw a video that was done yesterday um, by Steph TXMA. Sorry, my son is here. So that's why I can't be here long because I don't want him to have to be quiet for too long. He doesn't work today. My eldest son is getting ready to go to work anyway. So I want to gift the memberships. I want to talk a little bit about people that say that they're empaths. I've been saying forever that's always a huge red flag to me when people are like, I'm an empath, I'm an empath, I'm an empath. Empaths usually either don't know they're empaths or don't say they're an empath all the time. It's just you. Uh, anyway, let me not get ahead of myself because y'all know I tend to do that and then I go on tangents and then you know how that goes. Is that the nope? He's not here, but you need to have a talk with him when he comes home because yeah, he's driving me crazy. So and he got screamed at by my son that's here. So I'm already bugging up. I'm telling you. Hey, my chronic, how you doing, my girl? All right, so let me gift the 5 memberships. Listen, you hear my son? I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. I told him try not to say anything inappropriate because I'm not responsible for shit that may come out of his mouth. Okay, I'm his mother, but he is a grown ass man. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Okay, alrighty then. All right, hold on a minute. I'm gonna stop apologizing. I know you tell me that all the damn time. Hey, Big C Dust, how are you doing, my girl? My Suzy Q was sending me some electric vacuum pens for Diamond Dark. Girl, you're trying to kill my pockets. Hey, my bliss, Chris, how you doing? How you doing? Chronic, drive safely, my girl. All right, so I'm gonna gift the 5 memberships to get it out of the way, so then I can talk without my mods having to be like, "Selfie, you stupid ass bitch! You're supposed to give the damn memberships." So here we go. Because it's the end of the month. All right, come on, show me. Shyla received what? Sam Marks, Shenarchosaurus, Grace's gavel. Oh, I thought that was Grace case for a second. And oh, is that a OONA? Listen, I don't have my glasses on. Oona? I don't know. I hope I didn't disrespect her. But congratulations to the five wieners. Hey, my Kiwi girl, how you doing? Hola, Maria. You're welcome, Shyla. It's the least I could do. What's up, baby? You got it? Okay, sorry. My eldest babe is getting ready to go to work. All right, let me get up out of here. Hold on. I had to go into my YouTubies. My YouTubies. Yes, congratulations to all the wieners. All the wieners. Okay. So it's hot in here. I don't know. Listen, I have naturally curly hair. So I try, but by the end of my life, my shit is like doing the wave, my hair. So it is what it is. Anyway, so I was watching a video that Steph TXMA did. I will link it in the description. I was gonna play a piece of it, but I'll just link it. It was just a part where somebody she was covering said that they're an empath and that they take on the emotions of people. And again, everything I'm about to say is my opinion. Okay, my opinion. But I think that some people confuse being an empath or saying that they're an empath. There's also such a thing as a dark empath. That is a thing. Look it up. Because I looked it up. I was like, what the hell? So I'm glad I didn't use the dark empath because the dark empath is something totally different than what I think people confuse that for. I think people confuse gravitating or feeling a magnetic pull to negative energy, which is a thing. You gravitate towards negative energy. Magnetic fields are a thing. There's positive magnetic fields and negative magnetic fields, and that is physics. But anyway, I don't want to try to sound too smart because then people are gonna be like, "Selfie, did you go to college last night?" I did. Shut your asses up. What? KK is CC Truck? What the hell? No, he's not. CC Truck is a whole ass man. What the hell we talking about? Hey, CC Truck. Don't be talking about my CC Truck. That is not my KK. Thank you, my bliss. That is Steph's video. I will be linking it after this as well. Hey, ambulance girl, how you doing? Shh, wait a bye. La gente se vuelven loca en luna. Yes, the full moon. Shit. Listen, I'm halfway crazy the rest of the month, but when it's a full moon, it's all bets are off. Like, yeah, I went to college last night. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Okay, so there's a little quote I want to tell you guys first. Sorry, I was watching Jules's live from yesterday because y'all mother effers be going live when this old ass lady's in bed. Trying to play catch up, Gisela Luisala, is hard. So there's a quote I want to read to you guys. It says, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. And Albert Einstein said that. So I wanted to say that, hey, my sweet and positive friend, Ginny Berry, how you doing? Absolutamente. I hear you. I try to stay up, girl. Listen, I can't. I can't. I can't do it. I take my little sleeping meds, like I take Benadryl. But you know that those allergy pills are also sleep aids. Like it's the same medication in the sleep aids. If you look up the medication, the ingredients, it's the same thing as Benadryl. So I just take Benadryl, helps me sleep. I also have melatonin that helps me too, because I'm trying. My kidneys be crying sometimes with all the damn Benadryl I take. Anyway, okay. So I wanted to read this. This is real quick, and then just have a quick discussion. Again, I'm not going to be here long. I say that all the time, and I don't know why I set myself up. Because every time I say I'm not going to be, you know what? Reverse psychology myself. This is gonna be a super long live, y'all. I intend to be here 3 hours. So I hope you guys have 3 to 4 to 5 hours to spend with me because this is gonna be a long live. Gotta do reverse psychology on myself because every time I say I'm not gonna be here long, I'm here long. Yeah, so I gotta reverse psychology my own ass. Hey, pretend fashionista, my chula, how ya do? Wait, she's not an empath. That's not a thing. That is not a thing. Yeah, melatonin is the shit. That's not a thing. Again, Bliss put. Can I pin that? Let me see. Sorry, y'all know. I don't know what y'all expect when y'all come to Selfie's channel. If you guys are expecting professionalism, you're at the wrong channel. Let me see if I can pin her commenta. Her commenta. Okay, let's see. Oh shit! It just took me to the video. Shit. I don't know why I try to do shit that I know I can't do. Um, I can't do it. The freaky deaky. Okay, there we go. I could pin it. Is that the right message? Did I pin the right message, y'all? I don't even know. YouTube is disrespectful. Did I pin the right message? Because I might have pinned Stevens by accidentis. I don't know. And I pinned Stevens. My bad. Listen. I'm gonna listen. I'll link it in the description, okay? Because I pinned Stevens. I knew it when I clicked on it. It was like Stevens. I knew it. I knew. Sorry. I know. I know. Listen. I did that on purpose. I was testing y'all to see if y'all were paying attention. I was seeing if y'all were paying attention. Thank you for paying attention, y'all. Have to keep y'all on your toes. Oh, Kiwi, what's going on? Wait, what did Kiwi girl say? You're making me use my eyes. Right? Thank you. I appreciate you, my Kiwi girl. I'm good, thanks. But hubby has surgery on Monday to remove his stomach cancer. Oh my God. Kiwi girl, your husband is in our prayers. So are you, and so is your entire family. We will keep you all in our prayers. God bless him, see him through his surgery, and that he recovers and all the good things, all the positive. I do believe in positive energy. I really do. You're in my city? Come, we need to get some coffee. We need to get some coffee. Listen, don't tell nobody. Shh. Go get some coffee. Seriously, do a meetup, right? And then people are like, hell no, selfie. I don't want to meet your crazy ass in person, bitch. Damn it. She used the concept of being an empath as an excuse for her poor definitions of what it means to stand up for people. Harassing behaviors aren't a product of an empath disguising themselves as a savior. And you said it perfectly. You said she was making herself a martyr. And I definitely agree. It was a great video. Even if you don't know who she was covering, I think that the she does it in such a way that you can you can take the main point of her video, and it can, why the fuck is words so hard for me today, and you can correlate it to anybody or anyone or any situation, right? So I think those are the types of videos that are important, where you can relate and you can identify things that are done even in yourself. I think it's important to always keep an inventory of yourself. We're all flawed, we're all imperfect, we're all going to fall short of the glory of God. And I'm not religious. Listen, don't get it twisted. Being spiritual doesn't mean I'm religious. I don't push my religious beliefs on other people. I believe in God and all things, but we all fall short, right? Of whatever that is. You can believe in whatever you believe in, a higher power, whatever that may look like for you. For me, it's God. So I know that I fall short of the glory of God every day, but I strive to be better. So anyway, let me read this definition to you really, really quickly. And I look so washed out. I should have thought of through this. Yeah, but we're gonna ignore that. We're not gonna act like my eyeshadow looks ashy as hell, and I'm have a Y2K look going on right now. Shut your asses up. I was trying to match with my damn T-shirt, and it doesn't translate, especially with my rock eyebrows. Sorry. Intrusive thoughts. Sorry. I can't look at myself, because if I look at myself, then I start getting self-conscious. All right. Let me turn off my camera, because I'm gonna be paying attention. JJ, where you smoking at, girl? Sorry. I fell short this morning. Listen, girl, that was a great live. Hey, Miss Amanda. Oh my God, I was thinking about you, girl. I was like, I have to text her and check in on her. How are ya? I'm stuck in traffic in San Francisco. San Francisco. Oh no, that's right, Cerrone. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Oh my God, I need to shut the hell up. Okay. In San Francisco, as usual, I'm listening, but I'm not writing in the chat because I don't want a damn ticket. Don't you dare. And we want you to drive safely, my girl. Love you, my sis. Hey, just Chrissy. So good to see you. How are ya? How ya doing? Hi. Listen, these were practice nails, Jen and Barrett. These were practice nails. I was testing some products, testing some charms, and I was testing the, what is it called? The mark, no, the, I can't think of the fucking word. Mercart. They have a rhinestone glue and a 3D gel. So I was testing them, and I think it was user error. Yeah, because all of them fell off. So it can't be the product. It's me because the product is still here, the gel. I just didn't adhere it properly. I didn't seal it around. So when you put charms on your nails, they'll get caught to things. So I didn't seal it properly around it so that it won't get, it won't snag onto things. So I just did some magnetic polish. I did, the little French, and then I did some. Oh my God, what the hell can't talk? Some chrome. I wanted to test the chrome because a lot of people they're chrome chips because they do chrome and then they just put a top coat. You have to put a base coat because chrome can't stick to a top coat. It needs to stick to a base coat. So anyway, I was testing to see. I did it with a base coat and my chrome has not chipped, even though the damn charms fell off, but I used the peel off so I could take the nail polish off. I was testing how good the peel off is. The nail polish hasn't come off yet, but I will be taking it off this week and doing my nails for real, for real. So yeah, this was me just messing with some new products, seeing how they work, all the things, to see what works on my nails long term. So that's what basically that's the designs on my nails, testing out products. I try not to let people look at my fingers too much, but yeah, because the charms fell off. I mean, I could have filed them off and put some more charms, but I ain't got no time for that. Sorry. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? How you doing? I'm learning to crochet, man. I'm trying. I need Maria, man. Oh, let me show you. Okay, sorry. And then I'm gonna get back to my topic, but let me show you. I bought this Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is infiltrating my soul. So I got this. This is a little donut, a stuffed donut, and I got a little bee. Bzz, bzz, bzz. But it was supposed to come with one little piece to like hold the stitch in place so that I could do circles, and it didn't come with that little pieza. So I don't even know. I'm supposed to DM Maria. And then what is this? This looks cheaper as hell. So I want to get some real crochet hooks because this shit, the tela, the material doesn't get caught on the hook right. I was fighting with it to start the first stitch. The instructions came with like generic instructions, round one CH, then six SH, and it tells you what that is. Like CH is chain stitch, DEC is decreasing stitch, SC is single crochet, ST is listen. What? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? It's like I'm learning another language, so I don't understand it. I need help, but I tried. I tried to do it on my own, but yeah, no, I gave up. I gave up. I thought I was in my trying to be a grandma era, even though I'm not a grandma yet. But I thought, I was in that era. I'm gonna learn to crochet. Not so much. Buy hooks at Michael's. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get that little piece. I guess that holds the stitch in place, the first stitch or not. I don't know what it's called, so that you could do a round because I need to do a round pattern to start so that I could stuff the bee or the donut. But I didn't know there was like this placeholder you're supposed to get, and it didn't come with it. So how the hell am I supposed to do it if it didn't come with it? Yes, this needle is not right. The thread or the material, I don't know what it's called, man. The stuff, the bumblebee material is thicker than the needle. So when I'm trying, sorry, it's hot. I had to put my hair up. Listen, shut your asses up. But when I'm trying to put the thread through the needle, the thread is too thick for that little needle. So I shouldn't have to fight with the needle. I gave up. I gave up, but I was trying anyway. But I will talk to Maria about that because I need help because yeah, man, like I gave up. Stitch markers, yes. Yeah, it didn't come with it though, Maria. That's some bullshit. How you gonna tell me that the illustration is like, oh, put the stitch marker right here? I'm like, where is it? Came with little eyeballs and all the stuff, but it didn't come with the stitch marker. So what the hell? And it looks like a little blue safety pin. It didn't come with that. It looks like a safety pin, but it's like a blue piece of plastic, I guess. It didn't come with that shit. So how you gonna tell me to use something it didn't come with? The freak? How was I supposed to know? I know I need a. I know, girl. I'm not. I don't need it to start. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Cause I listen. You're supposed to do like one stitch and then put the marker so that you can start the roundabout thing. Listen, you need to help me. Just fucking help me, girl. Just help me. Please share the. I will if I ever do it though. Sam, listen, listen. I'm a creative person. Oh shit. I sound like the people that say that they're empaths. I'm saying I think that I have creativity, right? Well, I try to be. Let me, right? Not toot my own horn, because some people may say what I think is a treasure is junk, right? I think I do makeup. They're like, bitch, that shit look terrible. I like to do nails. They're like, bitch, that shit is terrible. So you know what I mean? One man's treasure is another man's garbage. So I get that. But I think I'm creative in that I attempt, right? I attempt to be artistic. But what crocheting, what is happening? What is happening? I can't get it. I swear to God, I sat there, no lie, longer than I'd like to admit, almost an hour trying to figure it out. I kept trying to stitch, and then my nails, I got long nails. Then I'm fighting with the little hook, trying to get it first through the first stitch, and I fucking tela is too big for the needle. I should have known that little baby ass needle they gave me. I set myself up. Myself up. Just don't color plates. Listen, I'm not doing that. And the other time you were talking about color plates, somebody in my chat, I'm so blind. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you know the color palettes." I thought it said color palettes. It said color plates. So I'm over here like, "Oh yeah, I have these color palettes for nails." I missed the whole joke. I think it was Maria like, "Hey, just don't color plates." I was like, "Oh no, I have color palettes." I went back to read my chat later. I was like, "Oh fuck, I messed up the whole damn joke." Yeah, no coloring plates. See, I wish my grandma passed when I was very young. My maternal grandmother passed when I was very young. She passed very young because she had heart problems. So I've never really had that, right? Like, I mean, my grandmother was an amazing grandma. But she passed too young. I was too young. She wasn't going to teach me to crochet at like 6 or 7, even though she could have. But anyway, I've never had that, right? The grandma to teach me to knit or crochet or any of that. And so I never learned that. And I like to learn a lot of stuff on my own. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But yeah, listen, it's not going to happen. Well, it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen as soon or as easily as I thought. Okay. Anyway, let me get back because then I'm making myself be here forever. Cindy saying, yes, I do, is me. Is me when someone says, I don't need to correct some BS when it comes to me being accused of some ish I never did when it comes to kids. Man, fuck y'all that believe I ever would. You didn't do that. You've never spoken about a situation with Shelly's kids. So that's crazy. People lie. I don't know why they lie. The truth is so much easier. But I just wanted to read this. This is a quick overview of what somebody with negative energy or somebody attracted to negative energy, okay? So it says negative energy possesses a magnetic pull, acting similarly to a polarized magnet, attracting similar low vibrational energies or people while repelling higher positive ones. So it's like again like a magnet. There's a positive side and a negative side. So some people are going to be attracted more to the negative side, which is going to repel any positivity, right? This attraction can create a chase, in quotation marks, or obsession in relationships where you feel drawn to individuals reflecting your own unresolved emotional shadows. This type of magnetic energy is not strictly positive, as narcissistic or toxic individuals can be highly magnetic. So that just means like certain people think you're attracted to positive people, right? And we all want to think that, right? We're not toxic, right? We don't have any toxic traits. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. Okay, because I know I do. But again, lacking self-awareness is dangerous in that you have to have some self-awareness and realize we can all be toxic. Pull yourself up by the collar when you're being toxic and all the things. It's uncomfortable, right, to realize our character defects, but it is important. So people can be attracted to positive characters, or but a lot more times, okay, I'll keep it on me, I'll keep it on me. In my past, I was more attracted to the chaos, the low vibrational bad boys, if you will, right? And all it ever did was got me into more trouble, got me into bad situations. And online, we don't realize that there is an invisible magnetic force. It is. Like when you're in a chat, like you're in my chat right now, right? A lot of times, if I'm talking about, like, let's say I start sharing about a childhood trauma, right? In graphic detail, in great detail, telling you about a specific situation, many of you will feel my emotion, or you'll think about the situation that I'm sharing, depending on how well I tell the story, right? Because some people tell the story and you're like, what is she even talking about? Like you check out halfway through, right? So part of telling the story is important, how much you can connect with an audience. But if you're able to connect with an audience, even at a basic level, if you're sharing something that's emotionally charged, people are going to feel that. People are going to feel that. They're going to be able to relate to maybe a situation, even if they've never experienced that. They can understand. They've seen a movie where they've, you know what I mean? You have some kind of frame of reference. So the you guys can become emotionally charged just by what the host is sharing. That goes for positive stories, negative stories, all the things. And I've said this for so many years. A lot of times we become frenzied. Like I'll be mad and I'll come here and I'm talking about another creator or even a subscriber. I'm talking about somebody. And I'm like, yeah, they did me dirty. They did X, Y, and Z. And some of the people are like, what? That she did what? What's that chick's channel? Da-da-da. And then you see them going in the comment section and you know what I mean? Like, how dare you do this? And da-da-da. Because you're feeding off my emotion. And so there's invisible magnetic forces. So I'm trying to relay it in that way so you understand that social media is a lot like that. We gravitate towards people like a pull, like a magnetic pull. And a lot of times we glamorize, or not even realizing it, we gravitate towards the negative, the drama. People want to see the drama more. People that are trying not to be problematic, people that are trying to do content, don't get the views that the drama does. That's just the normal way of life. That's just reality. And people that are okay with that will be okay with that, right? People that realize what's important. Hey, Nikki, my girl, how are ya? Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm trying to listen, I'm toxic. But I'm trying. I'm working on myself. Hey, Simply Blonde. Hey, Jendy, how you doing? So I'm a work in progress. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a work in progress. Yeah. Yes. Yes. But I'm trying to be better. That's why I am single now. Because I'm trying to work on me. Trying it's distracting, y'all. Let me try to fix it because it's distracting. Anyway, so I'm single because I'm trying to work on me, y'all. You know what I mean? Because I can't keep looking towards a certain type of person and then blame them for why things don't work out. You can't look to somebody else for happiness within yourself. You know what I mean? Um, you you look to somebody or you get with somebody for companionship, not to fill a void, because that rarely ever works. My eyes is that Morphe palette. It's a Morphe palette, the Ayani. It was the collab that she did with Morphe. That's what's on my eyes. It's like a colorful palette. They have the purples and the pinks and the greens and the blues. I gravitated towards the greens. I didn't realize they would look so pastel and whatever on my face, but it's okay. Yeah, I look pale. I look like a vampire. But anyway, um, so again, Steph TXMA did a video, and it just opened me up to want to have this discussion because, again, a red flag to me has always been not even just on social media, has been in my personal life when people and don't take offense to it if you've ever said this. We've all misspoken, right? But where people are trying to drill into other people, that they're an empath. Um, I think sometimes we misword things, especially, okay, people that are empathetic, right? Empathy on its own is not negative. Empathy is being able to relate to somebody, somebody's pain, somebody's emotion, right? So there's really not a negative to that, but it's turned into a negative because people will make themselves martyrs. Oh, I took on your emotion and I felt your pain and it caused me stress and that's that's not how that works, right? Um and so I think it's used as a deflection. It's used as a deflection for people's bad behaviors or bad choices when they say, I was I was I was empathizing with them and so I went and I started talking crap about people, or I'm defending this person because I empathize with them and I felt their pain. No, you did it because you're a drama vulture. You're a trauma vulture, right? You're a vampire, an energy vampire. So I think it's important for people. Again, you can try to lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself, right? I could come on here and tell you guys that America's Next Top Model called me yesterday and last week. They've been hounding me for like 5 years. Come on the show, Cindy, come on the show. And I'm just like, no, give those other girls a chance. They deserve it more than me. I get stopped on the street all the time. Like, I don't need it. I don't need it. Right? I could try to lie to you mother effers, but I can't lie to myself. Like, my mirror works very well, right? I'm 50 years old. I'm not 24 anymore, right? So I'm not getting stopped at the Puerto Rican Day parades like I used to when I was 24. Like, hey, bitch, grandma, can you get on my way? I'm trying to see the girl in front of you. I get it. So, but I live in reality. And some people try on social media, it's this phenomenon that I see, that people think that the more they repeat it, the more they'll convince you or convince themselves. And there's patterns of behavior, right? There's patterns of behavior. And sometimes people, y'all know, I ain't listen, I ain't delusional. Ain't delusional. Hey, Claire, how you doing, sweetie? Right? You feel that pain, but you don't play victim. Exactly. Yes, because we've seen it. Maybe sometimes we've done it. Well, maybe not the America's Next Top Model. Shut your asses up. Shut your asses up. I could be on that show. They called me last week. Shut your asses up. Hey, my girl crush, how you doing, sweetie? For a few in my downtime, you work too much, girl. You need to stop it right now. I know you got to make the donuts, girl. But anyway, I'm saying that to say, I think that it's important. Again, patterns of behavior. If people continue to make mistakes are something. You make a mistake, you're like, damn, I messed up. But it's not a mistake if it's just your character. If it's just your character. If you shit on people, if you get into a group of friends and you shit on them, and then you say, oops, my bad, I didn't realize what I was doing. You befriend, or I'm using the word loosely, right? You start speaking or having communications with other people and become friendly with them, and you shit on them, and then you come to your channel and you tell all their business, or you disclose DMs, or you weaponize information that you shared with each other against them, to people that dislike them, right? And then the pattern continues, and you do this over and over and over again, and then you come after it blows up. You come and you say, oops, my bad. I'm so sorry. But then you do it again. That is not a mistake. That's you're willingly being a shitty person. Love you, puppy. You're willingly being a shitty person, in my opinion. I think there's a big difference. And so when you try to blame other people for the fact that you continue to behave badly, and then every time, I don't know, you feel this need, and there's just so much, guys. There's just so much. People, I understand being lonely. I understand wanting to feel a part of something with people, right? Wanting to belong, and I also understand how addictive the internet can become. I get it. It can become extremely addictive. It can become more important than your personal life, because after Covina, during Covina, this was our way to socialize, right? We were locked in our house, especially in New York. locked down for too long. And you couldn't go outside, you had to be quarantined, you had to be isolated. So your immediate family was the only interaction you had. So social media became our new way to socialize. And so even after Covina, I know that it changed my whole way of life. I don't like to be in crowds. I don't go places that are crowded. I keep the 6 feet distance now, where before Covina, that wasn't a thing. I'm from New York. The subways, we were packed on top of each other. Like I was so close to somebody, I knew what they ate for dinner the night before. You know what I mean? Like that's how close we were in each other's personal space. Like you could feel people's body parts pressed against yours, and that was normal. It was like, oh, this is uncomfortable, but it is what it is. There's no way, there is absolutely no way I am getting on a subway if I have to be physically touching somebody else. I'm going to wait 5 or 6 trains when I go into the city. But I'm saying before Covina, that was not a thing. People pushed into the subways. People pushed in and pushed, and you even had the workers pushing people in so that other people could fit in. And now that's just not a thing. So one good thing that came out of Covina was the social distancing, which I think is important. Um, anyway, my whole point was that it changed the way people socialize, the way people view personal space. Again, I think it's like it depends on where you're from. I know that there's some places that that's foreign to people. What, you on a subway like crammed together? Like, yeah, in New York that was just normal. That was my whole life. That's just how it was. And we had to rethink our way of living and being, and that still carried on 6 years later. You know what I mean? Especially when you've lost people. um, I lost people during Covina, my mom. I lost my uncle to Covina, my grandfather. So when you lose people to that, you think about germs and all these things. There's a point to this, guys. You start to view the world differently, and you start to socialize differently. You become more introverted. Where I loved being outside after Covina, I just enjoyed being home. So YouTube became a new way to socialize. That's when I started my channel, and it became addicting. I would come on and do live streams, and I overshared. I overshared. I didn't know um, the etiquette. I didn't know online etiquette because before Covina, YouTube was, I used it for music. I watched music videos or makeup videos. I watched tutorials. Either I watched music and I watched tutorials. I didn't watch videos on YouTube. I had cable, right? YouTube wasn't my main source of entertainment. But then once Covina happened, YouTube became my focus. I hope you guys understand. Hey Susie Q, how are you? Hey Lisa Ann. Sorry, I know I haven't been reading the chat, guys. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I was having I was having a total Canadian moment. I forgot to film. There was a couple walking. We reveled in the beauty of the beavers. That's beautiful. And I think that's what we should do. Like there's a cherry blossom tree across the street. And every time it blooms every year, I look at it and I'm like fascinated by how beautiful that cherry blossom tree is. And I never looked at trees before. I mean, you would see the changing of the leaves and the flowers blooming and falling off the trees, but I mean, really looked at them. You know what I mean? Like I noticed the difference in the flowers and the leaves falling, but I never really looked at it. Now I can tell, oh my God, look, you can see fall is coming, the leaves are changing colors. I don't know, it just changes your perspective, you know? Hey, sassy nerd girl, how are you? I miss when people, girl, I listen, I stay 6 feet away from people. Even when I'm at the supermarket or at Quick Check or something, I still do 6 feet. And when I feel people get too close, I'll just give them a look or I'll move to the side. And I'm not trying to be rude, but listen, personal space, like it's become a thing. So true. I don't think any of us really went back to the way things were before Covina. Exactly. And I hate saying Covina, but you know how YouTube is. YouTube is real ridiculous with just saying a word that is something that happened in the whole world. On YouTube during Covina was lit. Epic trolls. I know, because a lot of us, Chris Hansen, weren't used to this, weren't used to YouTube. I know for me, I wasn't. I took people at face value, and I don't know why, because in your personal life, it's not like you don't meet people that are frauds. It's not like you don't meet people that are fake, that are, liars and all the things. But I guess in your personal life, you can look at somebody in their face, right? When they're talking to you, and you can see their body language, you can see their expressions. It's just a lot easier to read somebody's body language than it is on the internet. So when I came to the internet, I took a lot more people at face value, at what they said. And I quickly realized some people are creating personas. I've never created a persona. Like, my channel was never me playing a part. There are channels on YouTube that they're playing a part. They're playing a part, but they let their audience know that they're playing a part, right? Like, they're doing skits. Like, there's this I don't know if she does like cosplay, but like that, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called, so I don't want to be disrespectful. But it's kind of like that Japanese look where everything is the pink frilly dresses and the makeup, the Asian style makeup, the really light foundation and the blonde hair with the braids and the big puffy braids and the your hair made into a bow, and that whole aesthetic with the junk nails. And I'm not calling nails junk, that's what they're called, with all those little characters, the anime characters, or all the Asian characters. They have them all over the nails, and it's a bunch of stuff on the nails. It's called junk nails. So they have those nails on, and they have all the Hello Kitties and everything. That whole aesthetic. There's channels that are big YouTubers that have that whole aesthetic, and it's like this cutesy vibe, and it's a whole thing. They're playing a part, right? When they turn off their cameras, that's not that person. They wipe it off, they change their clothes, and even though their aesthetic is that cute pink thing, they don't literally live like that or act like that. You know what I mean? But I was never on YouTube playing a part. I just came as myself. I wanted to share. Thank you. Thank you. Anime kawaii. Yes. Thank you. I don't know if I said that right. Uh, kawaii. My daughter-in-law will kick my ass. I'm mispronouncing all this stuff. She would kick my ass. Hey, just saying, how you doing? Because she knows about that whole. Yes. Okay. Listen. Yes. Harajuku girls. Listen. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but yes, that whole aesthetic. That whole aesthetic. There's even this woman that lives in Japan, and she was in this tiny little apartment, and everything was like pink, and she worked as a bunny girl. Like, that's a job, nighttime job they had, where they looked like Playboy bunnies and shit. And then she moved to this house in Japan and all the things. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I fell down a rabbit hole, y'all. Fell down a rabbit hole watching that kind of content. I was watching the junk nails, and then it just, when you start watching that type of style of nails, and they throw you into that kind of content, and I fell into a rabbit hole. I love the Asian culture. My son wants to move to Japan, and Japan is fascinating. So I fell into this whole these American people that moved to Japan, and all the things, and doing all the things, and how they have this thing in Japan where you can rent a girlfriend. Listen, uh, listen, and the okay. Let me. I'm not saying it's prostitution. Well, okay. Listen, the videos I watch, they go on dates. They don't have sex. They go on like daytime, like it's rent a girlfriend for 2 hours. Like, they act like a girlfriend. They give them a girlfriend experience. Like, they're holding hands, and they're being polite, and they're saying all the things that guys want you to say. You don't ask too many questions. You yes them to death. You smile. You say the food is delicious. All the things. Again, that's a whole other culture. Over here, we just have prostitution. Like, listen, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but if we're honest, in America, a dude takes you on a date, he's paying for you. It better end with a happy ending. Like, let's be honest. It's not that kind of thing. I'm not renting you, I'm paying for you to go out to a restaurant or walk in the park. Dudes are paying you to take you to a hotel. Like, yes. Yeah, yes. Yeah, that's not, and I think because of the cultural difference, it's different. Men there will pay. I mean, of course there's that specific necessity, right? There's guys that are gonna pay for that type of service, but it's not that type of service. It's not a happy ending type service. It's not one of those massage parlors, right? With the happy ending. It's legitimately rent a girlfriend for 2 hours to take out on a date, to go to a museum, all the things, and they're vlogging it. But in America, there's really not that type of thing unless you're an escort, a high end escort, like Pretty Woman type shit. Any of y'all ever seen that in real life in America? Because I know I haven't. I haven't seen many Julia Roberts, being accosted. And listen, I know there's some high end escorts because I'm gonna have a few people in my comments like, bitch, there are high end escorts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's very rare, y'all. So don't come at me. Don't come at me. They ever rent a girlfriend in Ohio? Shut your ass up, Maria. Hey, Terry Lynn Lavoy. How are you, my girl? Shut your ass up, Maria. Fucking Maria. That's it. My friend's son has an anime channel and just spent 2 months in Japan. His channel has 1.25 million subscribers. Listen, they grow quick. They grow quick. If you, that's the thing. That's a huge thing. I'm telling you. My daughter-in-law is going to be starting some content for work, but unfortunately, I can't share that here because people are not well on the internet. And we'll start trying to target my daughter-in-law, and then my son will have to lose his mind, and I'll have to lose my freaking mind. So I can't even endorse my sons. I can't endorse my daughter-in-law. None of that shit, because mother effers are not well on the internet, and they just can't just be normal. They just can't be normal. They want to be intrusive and shit. Like, what the hell? Rent a girlfriend now. I have female friends I can take out. Exactly. And it's, listen, there was one guy, I thought it was like rich guys who are lonely, but there was one, this woman went on 3 dates in a row. Like, um, and the first one, this guy was on a low budget, but he had just broken up with his girlfriend. So she was giving him that experience. I listen, and I'm not trying to sound judgmental. I understand how it feels to have a broken heart, right? And to want to distract while from a recent breakup. I get that because, right? Been there, got the t-shirt. My butt's been all over the internet because I was vulnerable after a breakup. So I get it. But again, it's a different culture, where they went to play some claw games and stuff and had a snack and went to a beautiful park, where they have the temples, the shrines. Those shrines are beautiful. You know what I mean? So it's a different culture. It's just very rare that a dude's gonna pay just to walk around with you in the United States. And I'm not trying to generalize, but it's very rare that a dude is gonna pay for you to just walk around and go to a museum with him. That's not a thing, right? Guys don't want to pay for that kind of shit. If they're gonna pay for something, they want it worth their while. Again, they want a happy ending. And I'm not trying to be vulgar, but that's just the reality of the situation. Um, and I don't think that makes people bad. It's just that's what it is. Hey, Dorit, how are you? I have to get in contact with you, Dorit. So anyway, I don't want to say all that over here, but I have to get in contact with you. I've been just having some difficulties. But you put a G. I don't know if you meant to put something else, or did you put something else and I just didn't see it? I could message my old high school sweetheart and go see her parents. Yeah, I guess I'm not that big of an asshole, right? I hope not. You know, how the fuck did we end up? I don't know. Listen, my lives are a catch-all. My lives are a catch-all. I'm sorry. I go all over the place. I didn't really want to. I don't know. I don't even remember how I got there. But anyway, my point. Thank you, Kiwi girl, bringing me back. Sometimes I need people to bring me back. Um, I can't even remember the point of my shit. But I just there's always a lot going on YouTube. So I've been trying to just have topics. And again, I when I scheduled this live, I had just put the end of April or something, last day of the month or some shit was my title because I had no idea what I was going to talk about. Then I saw, sorry, then I saw Steph's video and that certain part made me feel some kind of way. I don't know if Steph would mind if I played a certain part of it. I don't want to play her whole thing. I just maybe I should play that one part so you guys can understand. Um, and then I'm gonna get out of here. But let me hold on because and I did I because I commented. So I think I have the timestamp because I commented in her comment section. Hold on, guys. So it's gonna play. Hold on. So it'll take me to the timestamp because I did comment. I just want you guys to hear this few seconds so that you can understand. Okay, here goes. 3806. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Let me share my screen. Thank you. Thank you, Steph. I just didn't want because I want them to watch your whole video. I think you guys will enjoy her video anyway. It was a great video. I'm telling you, I was great. I didn't want to over comment because I wanted to comment over and over again, but it was a great video. But this was what prompted me to do this live, to try to talk about this live. But again, my lives are a catch-all. But this is what prompted me, this one. And please, I'm not trying to send hate to the person she's covering in this video at all. Steph didn't do that either. She didn't attack her at all. But sometimes people see criticism as attacks. I know there's been certain times where I've been criticized and I saw it, I felt attacked in the moment. But then after I had time to absorb it, it was criticism. And without criticism, we all think that everything we're doing is okay, and we need to be called out for certain things all the time. All of us, I don't mean we need to be called out all the time, but everyone needs to be called out, right? Because then we just act stupid. Hey, Eldon, how you doing? Hey, Steven Rivera, how are you doing? None of us attacked her. I know that. I know that, girl. And the way that, so I wanted to say this. Well, let me play this first, and then I'll say that, because then I get long winded, and then I forget what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Guys, I start off with my hair trying to look all cute. It's not gonna happen. It's too freaking hot, y'all. And I have the AC on and I'm still hot. Sorry, I had to add it to my script. Oh, let me take the comment down. All right, hold on. I think I need to go back a few seconds. Hold on. I may have gone back too much.
You were the sun. They were the planets. But I get the calls. I don't know how to explain it without putting my foot in my mouth again. I get the calls. I support the calls. But like my healing is done. And I can't tell anyone when and how long it should take for them to heal.
Correct.
But I'm afraid that now that my healing's done, that if I participate in, I'm just going to rip all my wounds open again. And it's going to not stop. The cycle is going to continue. And so the best thing,
I don't understand. You're going to reopen your wounds. Okay.
for me was to take a step back and realize that what I've been participating, what started out trying to, I guess, spread awareness, show hypocrisy, show what had been done to me and my personal feelings on what had been happening to me personally, it started spreading off into trying to help other people's journeys, if that makes sense. No one asked me to help their journeys, but what are they?
You're such a fucking martyr. You're martyring yourself is what you're doing. And no one's clocked you on it. You're martyring yourself. Okay. It didn't start off to help people or anything like that. You got pushed out from a friend group who was never your friends. Okay. And you sought revenge. Whether or not those people did bad things, which they did, it was purely for revenge. That is my opinion.
They say empath. I'm someone that absorbs everyone's feelings and problems and traumas. And
I'm going to say this to everybody listening. Always, always side-eye someone who calls himself an empath. Always.
then I feel like I have to go out and be a vigilante. And when you're talking about this person, I'm going to go and make a whole video.
You know, I think it's true when people have been kind of saying that you're the one that just can't control your bad behavior and negative impulses.
I muted because my son is in the background. And hey, Shannon, how are you, sweetie? And Steph said everything I was thinking. And that's why I even commented with that timestamp, because I don't know how long I've said that on this channel. I've always said that when somebody says, oh, I'm an empath. And it just always hits my ear wrong. It does. And I'm not trying to be messed up or sound messed up to anybody who may have said that, right? Because sometimes we say things and we may have been guilty of saying that or having done that, and we feel personally attacked. That's not what I'm doing here, okay? But again, us being aware of things that we do and say and how it's perceived by others helps us personally grow. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm still growing on this platform. I make mistakes, I misspeak all the time. But I genuinely try to do no harm to others. I genuinely try to do no harm. I know sometimes I have a dirty mouth. I've been trying not to curse as much as I usually do because I have a potty mouth. Um, and it slips out a lot, especially when I get animated. But I try not to do harm to others. I try not to single out people and target them. But things like this are not okay because Shelly Abbott has made multiple videos um, and was very vague. So it left it open for speculation, and speculation would be geared towards mainly Bliss Chris. And of course, like by proxy, me, JJ, right? There's like a hierarchy. Like if you're targeting Bliss, then JJ's gonna get the shrapnel second. I'm usually the third in line. I'm okay with that. I don't mind being irrelevant. People think that saying I'm irrelevant hurts my feelings. Please let me be irrelevant because the relevant people on YouTube get the worst of it. They're the ones that have all the real life shit happening to them. Please keep me irrelevant. Hallelujah. Thank you, God, for small favors. I do not suffer from main character syndrome. Never, ever, ever. I know my importance to myself, to my family, so I don't need to come to the internet and try to be a main character. I like being a side character. I do. I like being an extra in the movie. I do. I like being a cheerleader on the sides. Never had to be the basketball player or any of that. I like being the cheerleader, all of that shit. Okay. Um, but it opened it up for speculation. And then it further went on to now JJ being accused of having spoken about a situation with one of Shelly's children. And I'm going to leave it at that because people will now run with that. I just spoke about her children because I just said that. People need to stop with that. Saying the word child is not talking about someone's children. Saying the word family is not talking about somebody's family. Okay. Um, so that was said. I would love for the clip to be produced where JJ spoke about a specific situation having to do with Shelly's children because I wouldn't have been okay with that. And I'm there for all of Bliss Chris's lives. And I didn't see that. And again, maybe I was in and out. Maybe I was on my way to work. Maybe I didn't catch it. But I don't believe that happened. Okay. Because even if I miss something, I come back and I watch the streams. I never saw JJ do that. And things like that are very dangerous. Okay. Come at people for things that they do and say, but don't fabricate, don't manufacture things to victimize yourself and villainize people because you lose credibility when you lie on somebody to make yourself again a martyr, right? Like Steph so eloquently said. Secondly, Shelly has made it that she was kind of used for information. Now, again, I pay attention to patterns of behavior, right? And I've seen how she's moved for a long time. And I don't trust people like that. Okay. I stand by anything I say in private. I stand by it. Okay. If it's ever outed and I called you a bitch in private, I stand by it in public. Yeah, I called you a bitch. Sorry. If I don't like you or if I didn't like you, if we had a disagreement and I thought you were a bitch, I called you a bitch, I'll own it publicly. Okay. I don't shit talk my friends. You won't hear me telling somebody Bliss Chris is a bitch in private. That's crazy. Never happened. So I'm not worried about that. I never had a private conversation with Shelly because her patterns of behavior are weaponizing DMs that she's had with people, even people that genuinely wanted to show her support. So again, I see how you move. I can still support you. So I went to her videos and showed her support in her comment section publicly because I know I'm not Harry Potter. I don't have a cloak of invisibility. I know that anything that I say to you, I want people to see it. That's why I kept it very public. Never went into her DMs again because I have to be responsible for myself. I have to protect my own mental well-being. I have to protect myself online, offline, my family, all the things. So I'm not going to put myself in a position to have a conversation with you and then you do some crap and then I have to drag you to filth. I don't want to drag people to filth for no reason. That's not my thing. Not that Bliss Chris deserved it, not that anyone deserved it, right? But again, I didn't put myself in that situation. I kept everything public with her for that reason. Because again, I know how she moves. And I didn't want to do that. And nothing was transactional with me. I didn't want to gain anything from Shelly. I didn't want any information. I've never wanted information about anyone from anyone on the internet. Okay. The moment that I feel that I need some information, like your name or your address or what your house looks like or what your father looks like or what you looked like when you lost 40 pounds or when you had 40 pounds before you lost 40 pounds. I want to laugh at you. I'm going to leave the internet. Okay. Because I'm losing the plot. Again, I don't think that I'm a moral authority. So people tend to say that because if you come on the internet and you talk against things that are fundamentally wrong, people that are morally bankrupt automatically want to say you think that you're a moral authority when I've never pretended to be a moral authority on or off the internet. I think that I've shared my flaws more than enough times to show people that I've never thought I was above anyone, ever. But there's things that I won't ever do and have never done. So people get angry at me because I've never done that, but I haven't. I haven't, and nor will I ever do that. I'll leave the internet first. Again, I've had opinions people didn't like. I've used language people don't like. I've maybe been shady, petty, right, in addressing people. Um, and I own that. I own that. Yes, yes, I agree. Hey Sue, how are you? Oh, congratulations. Awesome. That was a great video, guys. It was a great video. I'm gonna play a few more seconds because I start listening and then it's like, yeah, girl, I agree, I agree. And it's like the game of telephone. It definitely is.
And maybe you would agree with that. But you have some very bad behaviors.
Defending that one person, and I don't regret any of it. I don't regret any. I just want to preference by saying I don't regret any of it.
And so this I also found interesting. Why don't you regret it? You go on to say that you were harassing, you were cyberbullying, you helped people to dox. So why don't you regret that? I want to know specifically why you don't regret it. It was so bad and toxic you had to get out of it, but you don't regret
and
it.
I also wanted to say she did say that she took a few days off. Well, she didn't say how many days, but we knew she had taken only a few days off. She was taking a break and that she came back, and in this video she said she's healed. And again, I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on YouTube, but as somebody who has had severe trauma and all the things, healing doesn't work that quick. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. That's not how that works, right? You can begin to heal, but you're not healed in a few days from behaviors that you've exhibited for years. That's not how that works. You don't switch overnight, 2 or 3 days. All those bad behaviors that you participated in and kind of enjoyed because you did it until a few days ago, right? Until a few days before you took your break, you were participating, a willing participant in funuckery. So there's no way you take a few days off and you know what I mean? You're a completely different person. That's not how that works. And you're setting yourself up for failure. And again, this is a lot of lip service. And I'm not talking about Shelly, not only Shelly. I'm talking about when we see these kind of patterns of behavior and people try to come here and try to drill into our head that they're changed, they're changed, they're changed. I've told you guys, I did that when I was just starting my recovery, or even before I started when I was faking the funk, right? I wanted to convince my parents. I wasn't using while I secretly was using and thought they were stupid and couldn't see the signs. I'm clean, I'm clean, I'm clean. And I kept trying to tell them with my words. And my actions showed the truth. And then when I did get clean, I wanted instant gratification. I didn't use today. yesterday was the last day I used. Look, I'm clean. I'm clean. My slate should be wiped clean, right? You guys shouldn't still have all the anxiety that I may use tomorrow, the fear that, guard your wallet around Cindy, right? All the things that come with having an addict. I wanted all that to be wiped clean, right? I'm clean. I didn't use today. And I didn't realize that that's not how the real world works. I don't get instant gratification. Wanting instant gratification is what led me to be an addict because I didn't want to deal with anything. I wanted to forget it right now, right now. So that's not how that works. And when you really start doing some self reflecting, you realize that's not how it works. You realize that the healing process takes a long time. It takes a long time to unlearn these behaviors that you've just been so accustomed to doing that you don't even see it as a problem until people have to keep saying, hey, hey, warning, warning, this is not normal. This is not normal. So if you're only saying that you realize this behavior was bad because other people had to keep bringing it to your attention, did you learn anything? I don't know. I don't know. Um, and again, that's not only for Shelly, that's for everyone. You know what I mean? I think that we all need to realize that we can try to talk a good one. And sometimes, again, I don't know if you're trying to convince others or yourself. And it may be a combination of both. You know what I mean? You're trying to convince others that you're changed, and you're trying to convince yourself that you're not doing this fuck shit anymore. I'm not doing this fuck shit. Bye, mama. You look beautiful. Um, are you trying to convince them or yourself? And sometimes it can be a combination. But I think that it's important to be honest because nothing will ever change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's another thing that is said in recovery. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And it just means nothing will change if you don't change anything that had got you to where you were. And so it's important because people like Shelly come on and they blame everyone else. And then she has the unmitigated gall to say that she unsubscribed from everybody. So she comes and she drops a smoke bomb, right? Poof, in the middle of the room. Nobody's, no warning, right? You're just going to drop this smoke bomb. So everybody's like, oh shit, they can't see now. They can't see now. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. And because she cleared out, she's done, she dropped it, she's done, she got clear of the room, right? She's not dealing with all the smoke and the haze and all the things. Everybody else should drop it. And that's essentially what she's saying. Nobody else should be processing it, especially when it directly involves them. They don't have the right to come to their channel and talk about it. She doesn't want to hear about it. She doesn't want to hear about it because she's healed from it, y'all. So she's unsubscribing from all you guys, even though she started it, y'all. She started it. She dropped information in your laps or in your DMs about things that were being said about you, done to you. And for what? I don't even know. Because people tend to have too much time on their hands and they enjoy fucking with people's lives for no reason besides the fact that they can. And she drops it in your lap, and now you're trying to understand it or process it or expose the mother effers that did it to you. And she's going to come on her channel and act like her hands are clean and she had only the best motives for doing it, and everybody else is just trying to drag her back into the drama. And she's innocent. She had no ulterior motives. She didn't do it because she was pissed off at people, wanted to get even with people, with when anybody knows that was the motive behind it. You were mad at this group of women that disliked us for years and they did you dirty. And so you came to the people they've hated and brought them dirt that was done to them, and in hopes that they would expose them and indirectly or maybe directly defend you, which we did, So kind of we took the bait because I know I was upset that these women came on and it had nothing. Well, no, I'm not going to say nothing because I would be lying. It was like the cherry on top that these women have said that I was dirty. I do the dirtiest shit behind the scenes. Again, I've yet to see it. I do my shit on my channel. I don't do dirty shit behind the scenes. I don't do it. Again, I go into every private interaction with the expectation that it can be outed. I do. Every interaction that I have, I go in after I was done dirty by a group of women that I thought were my friends 6 years ago, did me scusty. I learned from that shit. So any conversation I have with somebody, I'm gonna go into it with the expectation that it can be outed and it will be outed. And I stand by anything I say, even if it wasn't nice, even if it was calling you a bitch, calling you out your name, I'm gonna own it. I'm not gonna deflect from it. I'm not gonna say I didn't do it because I'm not a liar. Um, and it's so knowing that these women did things to people that I care about for no reason besides that they just didn't like them, so they could, look up, dox them, and look into your house and see how far your fence is and what your roof looks like, looking at your house from an aerial view when you don't even know what your house looks like from an aerial view, looking into your sister and your mother. These are all things that were done to Bliss Chris because you think Bliss Chris is a bitch on the internet. What does her deceased mother, may she rest in peace, have to do with anything Bliss Chris has done and said on the internet? What does her sister have to do with anything on the internet? What do her children, her husband, her home, anything have to do with anything Bliss Chris has said and done on the internet? I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that. So you brought that to Bliss Chris because you know she was going to be outraged. She was going to come and expose it. So these women that had done you dirty, Shelly, were now going to be exposed. So you got a for what they did to you. And inadvertently, we defend you because I said what they did to you was disgusting. No matter what, I don't care who it's about. You don't pretend to be friends with people, make them think that you're friends with them, and then come and say, I was never friends with them. They were never my friends. I never liked them. That doesn't make you look good. It makes you look worse. It makes you look worse. And I'm not trying to hear, oh, well, my feelings were hurt. Again, regulate your emotions like a grown adult. I've had hurt feelings and I've never come and told anybody that once was my friend that we're not friends anymore. Well, you were never really my friend. I never liked you from jump. Like what? Like what are we doing? Words hurt. Words hurt and words have consequences. So I hate when people say that, oh, it's just words. Get over it. Words can do so much damage to people. Seriously. That's a cop out. That's a cop out to me. Sorry, let me go back because I just have not read my chat. She's Wolverine. Who's insufferable? I haven't heard any of it. I need to go. You do. It's a great video, JJ. It's a great video. It was done so yes. She's Wolverine. Girl. Instant. She's a fucking vampire or Wolverine. Shit, man. That shit is crazy. That's not how that works though. You know what I mean? And and I feel bad because I didn't really want to talk about her. But again, it's like the elephant in the room. And no, I'm not talking because people want to be stupid and act like I'm talking about people's weight. That's a saying, y'all, because people take shit and they run with it and they, again, right? They victimize themselves with shit that get the fuck up out of here. Um, but it was the elephant in the room, especially after having watched Steph's video. And again, I'm not the kind of person that is not going to watch something, get inspiration from it, and not credit the source where I even got the idea from or the topic idea or wanted to piggyback off of their stuff. I'm always going to give source credit because I think that a lot of people forget to do that, or don't forget, but refuse to do that. And they forget that that's how YouTube was formed, by one creator getting an idea from another and crediting them, and networking. That's true networking, not trying to sub farm grossly, pretending to, to appreciate somebody's content, to sub farm from them, then to go talk shit about them. That's not networking. That isn't. That's just gross behavior. So it's okay, you're empathetic in certain situations, so ones may understand the experience, but not as a trauma response or justification for poor boundaries. And of course, I think that a lot more people, if they had the ability to empathize, the world would be in a lot better place. But it's the people that automatically call themselves empaths when the behaviors that they exhibit are the opposite of that. Very opportunistic. That's not empathy. That's again, that's being a trauma vulture. That's trying to exploit somebody's experience or situation to garner sympathy for yourself. It's fucking gross. That's not what empathy is. That's not what empathy is. Empathy is feeling for somebody and trying to offer them a shoulder, right? Not, tangibly, but I'm talking about figuratively, without making it about yourself. And again, I think it's so important what Steph said, without making yourself a martyr. Because being a humanity is having empathy. I don't think you should get a pat on your back for being empathetic to somebody. Oh, look at me. I'm just the greatest person ever. I showed her some, compassion and some empathy. I'm just so amazing. That should be regular shit. That should be run of the mill shit. That should be the most basic shit, that you show somebody empathy and compassion. That shouldn't be so astronomical that you need a fucking gold star for that shit. And I was just gonna, yeah, I gotta be careful because I was about to go off on a tangent, and I gotta be careful. Be careful. Yes, she said it was fun. Yeah, and that's the thing. And again, when you talk about her, she'll say, she's not as educated, or she's dyslexic. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. You're an adult. You're a person that should have the ability to know basic right from wrong. It doesn't matter your educational level or any of that. I think that that is another cop out, in my opinion. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. That's driving me crazy. Past behaviors is a great predictor of future behavior. It definitely is, Eldon. And I've missed you, Eldon. I was wondering where the hell you been at. I've missed you, my Eldon. Thank you. I'm pissed. But pissed at those that deserve it. Certainly not my friends for being the beautiful, caring, kind, loving people that they are. One person falsely implicated me, and I see her. Wait, it's not my friend's fault. They are absolutely beautiful people that I know them to be. We have hearts and don't do the nasty behind that others do. There's no need. And we're not perfect, right? We've made mistakes. Again, come at me for shit that I've done. You know what I mean? I just think she never liked y'all, got vindicated and stood up for then dipped. And I agree. And I think that that's a great point, Steph. I think that she couldn't get over the past, right? Um, you know, again, perspectives are going to be different, and she may feel like we were in chats where things were done. We were cool friends with people that went after her hardcore. And I get that because I used to say, oh, being guilty by association sucks. But again, that is the reality of the situation, right? You sit in a chat while, because I understand putting myself in somebody else's position. If somebody's discussing my entire life, my finances, my whole thing, and you're in the chat, I'm going to feel some kind of way. So I understand that, right? I used to always be like, oh, blame me for what I say. And I still believe that to a certain degree. But again, I have to be more aware of what chat I'm in while things are being said. And that's why I exit stage left. If shit is going too much and if things are being said that I don't agree with, like fundamentally, I'm going to exit stage left. Right. So I think that's important too, for people not to just be like, oh, well, Selfie was in that chat. Was I in that chat while that shit was being said? Certain chats I should have never been in. I'm not talking about back in time, y'all. I'm talking about like present day. Okay. Because back, I already made apologies for that shit. Trust me. I'm going to regret that shit for the rest of my life. I'm talking about presently, right? Sometimes you're in a chat that's PC or not that bad, right? Not a degenerate champ. Let me just say that. And they get hyped up or animated and they get angry and they say some shit and you're like, oh shit, motherfucker. I'm gonna just bow out silently. I don't have to be like, hey, I don't agree with that. I don't have to make a spectacle just because I don't agree with the way they framed something or said something or whatever. I don't have to make a spectacle in their chat. I'm just gonna bow out silently and I'll check in next time. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I get that, but she was volunteering shit, and then comes and like you said, Steph, I think that her goal was met. Her goal was met, right? She networked, right? She got vindicated. So people that may have seen or felt that she did this group of ladies wrong and left her channel, didn't support her anymore, now had this group of women that were at odds with her now defending her, that kind of changes the tide in her favor, right? So now people are resubscribing to her channel, giving her another chance, and our usefulness ran its course for her. So she's like, peace, bitches. And it's predatory. It's predatory, and people who hear predatory and they think in a sexual way, they always think that no, predatory is a behavior when you're preying on somebody for when you're exploiting somebody or using somebody for something, and then you just discard of them. And that's predatory. And you continue to do that to different groups of people, and then you come and you apologize for your behavior, and then you move to another group and you replicate that same behavior, and then you apologize again and you say you're done with doing this, you're going to just do content, you're trying to brand yourself and all these things, and it's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. It's like a snake, and I'm using that, it's like a snake. They go through a cycle, or any kind of animal that goes through a cycle, right? Where they shed their old skin, then they go into a cocoon and they're, flourish, and then they have to shed every so often. It's a cycle where I'm reborn. I'm that's it. It's all about content. I'm gonna do content. I'm not gonna be with the drama. And then you start slowly right back into the drama with a new group of people. Oh, let me tell you what X, Y, and Z said about you. The shit implodes, and then you see yourself out, and then you go and do a video, and you're like, peace. I was, I'm the good person. I tried to help them, and da-da-da, and it's a repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So, and it's gross. It's messed up. Oh my God, I don't know. Then throws everyone away. Oh wait, what did you first say? Sorry. I don't know. Okay. Then throws everyone away like trash without warning and proclaims how she's okay and how she's not mad. Like, okay, do you not think of how anyone else feels? Me, me, me. Exactly. Oh, thank you, Tina. I thought it was a little washed out because, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm looking at my monitor, the colors aren't as true as it is. When I look back on replay, the colors look better. They look more washed out when I'm seeing myself in real time. And then I forget that when I see myself later, the colors are truer to how they look. So I used a Morphe palette, a collab palette with an influencer. And I love that palette. And I don't remember why I was looking through something, some old content. Oh, I think some community posts where I did like a poll, which eye look should I do using which palette? And I saw I don't know how to say her name, Nayani. And I was like, I have that palette. I've never used it. And I went today and I was like, I wonder if I have that palette. I must have it if I did a poll, which palette should I use? And I looked through my palette drawers and I was like, oh, shoot, I have it. So I wanted to use it. I've never used that palette. And so I used the greens because I wanted to wear this t-shirt. So I'll get like comfortable. I'm a comfortable kind of girl. I like t-shirts. So I'll just try to do the eye makeup to match whatever little t-shirt I'm gonna wear. So thank you. Anyway, I went all around the world to say that. Anyway, I'm just gonna read the chat now because I think I spoke enough, guys. I think I spoke enough. I couldn't be bothered, but I back my friends 100%. They back me when I've led with my heart and not my brain. We try to support the underdog. Needless to say, we've been bitten hard a lot of times, a lot of times, a lot of times. And I agree. She just didn't like us, and that's okay. And that's I'm not stupid, y'all. Again, I play simple on YouTube, but I'm not simple in real life. I'm not simple in real life. So I supported her publicly because again, I felt like I genuinely thought she was trying to do just content. And that short she did about Papa John's, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted a heart-shaped pizza. Fucking with, with her, listening to her video, I was like, damn, she's making me want a heart-shaped pizza. When usually stuffed crust Papa John's is my only shit. And the little chicken parmesan Papa bites, but I haven't been able to have that because I gotta, chill. Summer's coming. I don't want to look bloated and shit. Trying to work on my, glorious 50-year-old figure. Anyway, so I'm trying not to eat that. But I know friends of mine that ordered those games. Like I ain't go that far. Listen, I'm not putting no damn apps on my phone. I'm not putting them games on my phone. I don't trust it. But I know my friends did download those games and all that kind of stuff just to show support. And I commented under those things because I wanted her to see that I was there to support her doing content and growing her channel. I wasn't there for the drama. I wasn't there for to see what information she would spill next. I could care less about that shit. I already knew that group of women were pieces of shit. Sorry. They feel the same way about us. I don't like those women. I didn't Chicago haven't liked you forever, ever, girl. Tira, like y'all already know. Y'all already know how I feel about Tira Nicole. B to you, she kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. She was a surprise that she was as shady, that she is as shady as she is. She hides it well. But that group of women, it's never been a secret. We don't like each other, right? But I didn't do it to get back at them. I could care less. I wasn't in the comment section like, yeah, F those women. I steer clear of those kinds of situations on purpose because I've never been an opportunist and I'm not going to start now. I don't go into people's comment sections that I don't like to fight with them. I don't do it at all. I avoid it altogether. If I don't mess with you, I don't go in your comment section. I won't go in there to make a point, and I'm not trying to take digs at people that do. That we're all different people. Because I really want people to understand I'm not trying to take digs. If you go and you state your opinion in opposing chats, in comment sections, that is who you are. I'm not shitting on you for that. I'm just trying to let you guys know that's not who I am. That's not who I am. I feel like there's no point. There's no point. I realized a long time ago the truth is not what everybody wants. People can pretend that they want the truth. Show me proof. Show me proof. That's not what they want. That's all smoke and mirrors. They feel like they have to say that, right? To save face. Oh, show me the proof. I want the truth. They don't care about the truth. They know the truth. You think that BTU doesn't know the thing that she's done? That she looked into Bliss and she sat up there with Chicago and blatantly lied? Blatantly lied and threw it all on Shelly when we've seen the proof. We've seen, and no, Shelly, Bliss Chris has never told any of us, or Stanley Cup has never told us any of the private things you shared with them. Okay, that's not a thing. But the things that you okayed for Bliss to show us, like the proof of the shit that those women were doing, we saw that. So B to you in Chicago saying that there's no proof, we've seen it. We've seen it. And again, one thing I've never been on this internet is a liar. I've been a lot of things, but a liar's not one of them. I've seen the proof of what you bitches did. And I'm sorry I called y'all bitches, but y'all bitches for what you did. The way you dig into people and talk about people and then want to act like you guys are just the bingo club. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'll never go back to bingo if that's what bingo's like. Fuck out of here. Again, it could have been anyone in that fake friend BS they pulled, and I still would have said something. I didn't let my guard down with her the whole time, but yes, I do wish I never engaged with her. And listen, Bliss, I get that that's your personality. You didn't do anything wrong. You were guarded but hopeful. You were, and I don't fault you for that. I don't fault you, Stanley. I don't fault any of you guys. I don't. And I'm not trying to take digs at y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all my peoples. But I'm just saying I just never did that because I didn't want to go there with her. You know what I mean? Like I have certain boundaries. You shit on multiple people multiple times. Like there's no reason for me to have a private conversation with you. I can hope that you'll do better because people forgave me and gave me a chance. My family gave me a chance to prove myself 25 years ago, 27 years ago. There's people that have given me chances to show that I was a changed person. So who would I ever be to fix my mouth to say that people can't change? People can't do better, but they have to show changed behavior. Saying it again, you're preaching to the choir. I had the gift of gab. Oh, I'm changed. I'm clean. I'm not using. I was full of shit. And when I finally got clean, I stopped talking. I shut my fucking mouth. I shut my mouth and let my actions speak for me. And that's when shit started to change. That's when my family started to change with me because they saw I was a different person. And I've worked fucking 25 years to prove to my family that person that in that rear view mirror 25 years ago is long gone. Long gone. That selfish person that only thought of myself. I'm flawed, but I'm not that person I used to be. I love people genuinely with my whole heart and soul. I do. I care about people's well being. I don't wish harm on anybody, even people that have wronged me. I don't wish harm on them. Maybe I wish for you to get a hangnail, right? You know what I mean? Like stub your toe or some shit. Maybe I wish for you to be doing eyeliner and your fucking arm go up and your eyeliner get all fucked up and you got to start all over again. Maybe I wish for you to be doing your eyeshadow and your fucking blending sucks and you got to go out and look like a fucking clown. Yeah, I wish shit like that for you. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe I wish that your foundation won't match your damn skin tone and you look orange. Okay, maybe I wish shit like that for you, but I don't wish no permanent harm. I don't wish you go and tattoo your damn eyebrows looking like me, looking like The Rock, like, huh? Like you're always surprised. I don't wish permanent damage on people. Makeup washes off, y'all. Makeup washes off. Shit, motherfucker. Being human is being on the spectrum between narcissist to empath. I think we all can have narcissistic traits, self-preservation, all the things, but the good should outweigh the bad. You know what I mean? Not in the airport. Don't don't announce your departure. I'm way back here. Sorry. Hey Heather, how are you, sweetheart? I haven't finished Steph's video yet, but wow, what an eye opener. And usually Steph's videos are like that. Like, let's be honest. Anybody who's watched Steph's video, she comes with fucking receipts, man. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. Even Bliss said that today. I don't know how she does it. That's a fucking art. Keeps all the receipts, shows them, and proves her point efficiently, man. And in a way that is easy for people like me to consume. Like, it's understandable, and that's what's important. Because I come on and I talk, I'm an opinion-based channel, right? Listen, I don't have that ability to put everything together and have everything cohesive and shit. Listen, I lose my damn I lose my keys every day. You think I'm going to be able to keep track of fucking screenshots? I can't do it. I can't do it. I was at a 1 point screenshot and every fucking thing. I had like 1,500 screenshots in my phone. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't even take a picture of Stormy because it's like no storage because I got 1,500 screenshots of what? Who cares? That's what I thought. Who cares? I don't use it, right? Channels like Steph that use it, that's different. I don't use it. Why the hell am I saving it? I deleted all that shit. I just deleted all that shit. So I appreciate channels that do show the proof. You know what I mean? I think it's important. She told me she wanted to come on my channel to social network. That was after she canceled on me, but before any of this recent fuckery. And that's when I unsubbed and I knew I was done. And then to say she unsubbed from everybody who's talking about this stuff, that when they're done, she'll come back. Huh? And then anybody who she's interacted with on IG, she put all you guys in a folder. What? Why? What? Huh? So much work. I'm going to take anybody on IG, like I'm categorizing you guys. Like, why even do it? Why even do it? Why even have conversations with people in private that you have to put in categories? I don't do that. I'm not going to DM with you if I don't fuck with you. If I have nothing to say to you, there's nothing to say to you. Why am I DMing with you? I don't understand that. What are we doing? Why are you DMing with somebody? You feel like you have to put in a category, to put them in a folder and tuck them away for what? Why are you tucking them away for? And that's so disrespectful. These are people. And then to come on a video and say it as if this is run of the mill, normal, regular schmegular shit. That's weird behavior. Be honest. Don't fuck with people. Don't DM with people you don't fuck with. And that's how you avoid getting caught in fuck shit over and over and over and over and over again. Learn from it. Be very strategic. Let me not say strategic because that sounds like, be mindful of who you have conversations with. That way you know who you told what and when to. That's important. Because people like to be like, maybe she told others. No, the fuck I didn't. I know who I tell things because I'm very selective of who I speak to privately. And I'm not a gossip. I'm not a watchinchera. I'm not a chimosa. I don't go and tell all my friends business. Oh, let me tell you what happened to Bliss Chris last week. I don't do that shit. So when I tell something that's important, first I'm gonna have permission. Second, I'm gonna know who I told. I'm gonna know who I told because that's important. So I don't just talk to anybody. I don't. Not because I think I'm better than people. It's just because I've been burned and I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. So I avoid that shit. I'm not gonna go through that shit. I'm just not. Cause I don't know. I don't like to come and drag a bitch, but I will. But I will. If she would have said that before she canceled and the shit about lying to her husband, I would have canceled the live myself. And she did. You had no idea. You were told right before it that then you had to come on and be like, oh, my guest, can't show up or whatever. And Bliss was very upset because she was misled. Like she didn't know that any of this was a problem, that she was having these reservations, that she didn't feel comfortable with that. And I even spoke to Bliss Chris after, and I was like, maybe, some people have anxiety about speaking about drama and all these things. And Bliss was like, yeah, but she's the one that led me on that she wanted to talk about this shit. So I'm over here giving her the benefit of the doubt, like, Bliss, maybe she just, got too filled with anxiety. Because I know I get anxious about talking about drama and shit. I do, because I'm a human being. But she strung Bliss Chris along, and that's not networking. Using somebody to grow your channel is not networking. That's sub farming. That's what that is. That's sub farming. That's not networking. Networking is something that is done voluntarily, openly, and honestly. Like me sharing Steph's video. There was no ulterior motives, right? It wasn't like, oh, well, Steph's gonna do this for me, so I'll do that for her. I'm doing it because I want to do it because I enjoyed the video and I think people should go see it. But if you go into shit like that, hoping to gain something, first of all, that's gross. That's gross. And you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. You're setting yourself up to be disappointed because that may not come to fruition. Do shit because you genuinely want to do it, or don't do it at all. That shit makes no sense to me. That's fucking weird, man. Yes, some of these snakes eat their own tail. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Can we also just talk about how she kept giving tidbits of info? Yes. She didn't come all out and say everything. Yes. Yes. And that's so true, Stefan. You said that in your video. And I think that's a way to keep the conversation going, but then acting like people were trying to drag her into the drama. And I know that I can only speak for a little bit of what Bliss Chris, and I don't want to tell Bliss Chris's business, but Bliss Chris has shared this. This is the only reason why I'm saying it. She would come to Bliss Chris with shit. She would. Bliss Chris didn't come to her and say, tell me about all your friends. Tell me all the dirt that your ex-friends have done. She felt that she wanted to tell Bliss Chris about things that were done to her. So that's what she did. That's what she did. She opened that door, not Bliss Chris. Bliss Chris didn't go beat down her door like, hey, I know you were friends with them, but you're not friends with them anymore. Can you tell me all the dirt that they were doing? That's not how that happened. That was not how that happened. And so her doing these vague videos, insinuating that, leading people to speculate or assume that that's what happened is so wrong, because that's not what happened. And then acting like we're just these people that are opportunists, just like her old group of friends, just like she feels her old group of friends were. That's not the same situation at all. And it's unfair to make that comparison, in my opinion. Your boys in the background sound exactly like mine when they. I know, and he's a pain in the ass. I know you could. It right. It makes you think of your son. I know because he's playing the video game right now. But it's his day off, so I can't tell him shut the hell up. I should have won in one of the bedrooms. I should have, but she will pretend to be extra happy and claim to have grown so much. Then the crash will come where she goes on an apology to a rinse and repeat. You're right. You're right. And I just want no parts of it. Sin, I really hate to be so forward, but since you spoke a little further on this than I thought you would, I'd love if you read my community tab post. Okay, I'm so sorry. I know I'm far behind. Hold on, Bliss. Let me go to your community post. Sorry, Mama. And I didn't think I was gonna talk about it either, but sometimes the spirit moves me. Sorry, y'all. The spirit moves me, and I just have to say a share shit. You know what I mean? Let me read her community post, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I want to go. I don't know. I've been wanting a sandwich, a chicken sandwich. Don't judge me. From Quick Check, their chicken sandwich with provolone and spinach leaves and pickles is oof, A1. And every time I want to get a sandwich, my sons are like, "Mom, just cook." I don't want to fucking cook. I don't know if I can read it in your Baltimore accent. It's gonna come out with my Southern slash New Yorkin accent. The one that you did 2 hours ago. Let me see. Yes, I'm assuming so. Okay. Why haven't I liked it yet? Hold on. Let me share my screen. Sorry. That would be helpful if I shared my damn screen. All right, y'all. Hold on. I'm all the way back here. Holy shit. Bliss said it 4 months ago. Holy shit, Bliss. What the hell, KK? A member for 4 months. Love you, my girl. Wait. Bliss, do you still want me to read it? It's on my screen. Jesus. What's an hour? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Jesus. She needs to get off of AI, girl. Girl, listen. Listen. I'm not trying to become AI obsessed. I used it for my last two thumbnails, but listen, I'm not gonna listen. Anyway, let me shut the hell up because I feel like people take shit personally. I don't want AI to change my face. Like I'm okay with my face. I'm okay with my too much neck, too much width, not enough length. I'm okay with me. I don't want, you know what I mean? Don't take 40 pounds away from me. Don't make me look like supermodel, even though, America's Next Top Model keeps calling. But, you know, sorry, y'all. Hey, Erica. Hey, Erica, how you doing? KK, why you gotta fucking call me out? The fuck? Why you gotta fucking call me out? All right, let me read the community. I'm sorry. What the hell? I can't even see the whole shit in one go. Damn, Bless, you went in. All right, hold on. Let me see. Shelly. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at her. Sorry. Bring it down, Cindy. She's not yelling. Oh, you yell a few times. Oh shit. Look. All right, hold on. Shelly, wait. Stop laughing. Hold on. I don't even smoke ganja. What the hell is wrong with me? All right, let me calm down. Let me get serious. All right, hold on. Shelly, you seriously are trying to make a big deal out of a fucking comment in my live? You thought the best way to handle this and not draw more attention because that's what could wait, what the fuck? Because that's what would matter to me as a mother was to then blast it on your own channel and include others to blast it on theirs now. And you blame me for this, even though you told so many people already behind the scenes. Who the fuck talks about this when first beginning to speak to someone? It bothered me then, and it bothers me even more now looking back. Like you are spewing this personal stuff to strangers. And between you and your old friends, do you seriously think people weren't already alluding to it? I won't go into specifics because I think the best thing is to take off eyes off. Wait, what the fuck? Take your eyes off it. Shit, what? What the fuck? You know my eyes don't work too well. Okay, let's start again. I won't go into specifics because I think the best thing is to take our eyes off it. I hope I said it right. And not spread it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. To take our eyes off of it. Yes. Okay. And not spread it around even further for all to see. Let's not forget the fact that it's already all over social media slash news platforms. This is a problem you created. And instead of just asking me to remove the comment, you and your friends are sharing it all around now. That would have been the best thing to do, but nah, y'all want to make fodder out of it. Absolutely fucking sick. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. That's a you problem. But how the fuck do you go from that to Bliss told everyone my personal business? What the actual fuck? That's what I care about because it's a flat out fucking lie. No, the fuck I did not. I did not tell a fucking soul. Take accountability. Take accountability for fucking once. And please kindly just fuck off. All the way off. Fuck all the way off. Sorry. I had to add that. All the way. Sorry. JJ, stop buying me as your friendship. Read it. Thank you for the super chat. Loca. Oh, don't be an angry pickle. That's fucking hilarious. I love me some pickles, man. No pun intended. I'm talking about real pickles, all right? Get your minds out of the gutter. You were mad. Nah, I get it, man. I get it, girl. I get it. I don't think I've ever seen a community, well, not recently, not recently, where you've been that angry. That's crazy. So it was a comment that was in your chat. Okay. All right. So they're upset about a comment in the chat. And let me say something. Certain things, if it's at the expense of our children, we don't want to draw more attention to it. You know how many times I've ignored things, and we all have, because if you say something, you draw more attention to it, more people will realize that's your Achilles heel and they'll keep aiming at it. Certain things need to be addressed. I'm not telling people what to address, what not to. But if it's something that you feel is so egregious, why would you even bring attention to it in such a way? And again, I think it's just people looking for an excuse. And people that you have defending you are some of the worst people ever. So if you can't forgive us for being in a chat of pops, right? How the hell do you forgive them? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. When they're the originators that came after you. I don't get that. But yeah, have fun with each other. Have fun. That's all I can say. Have fun with each other. Folks are too sensitive to me. Some make me feel heartless at times. I can't imagine being triggered over such simple things. Listen, some people do have some people do have a thin skin. My skin was paper thin when I first came to YouTube. People used to say shit, and I used to take that shit to heart. Like, oh shit, what? Damn, that was harsh. Now, shit, talk about me like that. I wish that was all people did, right? The banter that me and Julie Virgo used to have back and forth. I wish that's as far as it went. Like we would do Halloween battle parodies on each other. Me and JJ would do Halloween parodies on her. Then her and Stacy would do Halloween parodies on us. And that's where it went. That's as far as it went. Shit, I wish that's all that was happening now. Now shit is dark. Now shit is dark. It's heading here. What the hell? What the hell, Jules? Checking in for duty. What the fuck? I cannot. Oh my god. That yo, use the bathroom gonna make me pee on myself. I miss a ton of comments, not intentional. I'm there to provide a show and can't always get distracted. Right. It's called looking for excuses to come at someone if you're mad over a comment. And it's hard, guys. Y'all see, I'm always way behind on my chat because when you're, especially me, that I'm just opinions, right? For the most part, I'm just talking shit. So I get started talking shit and I go behind in my chat. And it's not because I'm trying to be disrespectful to my chat. Like, don't care what your opinions are. I told you guys, after my stream is over, I read every single comment. I do. When my chat is available, I read every single comment. That's why I try not to get copywritten like for music and stuff, because even if I do, I won't monetize it because I don't want to, if I edit it out, even if it's a few seconds of a song, I'll lose my chat. And to me, my replay chat is so important. You know what I mean? Everybody's opinions in my chat is so important. You guys are taking the time to be in my chat, commenting in my chat. And if I lose that, I feel like I lose the most important part of my stream is my chat. So I try to be very careful. And if I do get copywritten because of a song or something, I'm not going to edit it out now. I just won't monetize that stream. I don't monetize till after my stream is over anyway, but I won't even attempt to monetize it because I don't want to have to edit anything out because I don't want, you lose your chat. Yes, that is part of my shtick though, Terry Lynn. I've made it into part of my brand. Hey, Jojo, how are you, sweetheart? It's part of my brand now. Oh, you were in Villain's chat? I didn't even know Villain was live. Listen, Villain has a huge chat. Nikki's chat, Chantel's chat, Feisty's chat. Their chat gets like 200, 300, 400, 500 people. I don't listen. Listen, I'll never be that big, but I'm saying, imagine if I was a real YouTuber, how the hell would I keep up with my chat? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Brooke just left an awesome comment on my channel. It's like she's using her personal information as a weapon. It's the craziest thing. I gotta be honest. I've never seen anything like it. Wait. On your community post right here. Let me see. What the hell? Where's the comment? Oh, there it goes. I don't see it. I don't see it, Bliss. I don't know. On your, I don't know if it's on your, oh, it's under your live maybe, right? Under your live. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Erica. I just mean I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't expect to be. I don't I don't have enough time to do YouTube as a job. On your AM live. Okay. I don't have time to do YouTube, and I appreciate you guys so much, but I just don't have the time. I just want to see the comment maybe so I could read it real quick. Hold on. All right, so I can read the comment and then I'm gonna get out of here because I'm hungry.
Yeah, you could definitely destroy that game.
And my son is trying to be super quiet for me. He really is, and I feel bad. He shouldn't have to do that. I don't know about sharing DMs, but let's be real, it's not something she hasn't done. It's like she's using her trauma and personal information as a weapon. It's the craziest thing. I gotta be honest. I've never seen anything like it. Yep. I agree. And again, people that victimize themselves, this is a play out of their book, right? People will utilize their children's information or their children and all the things to victimize themselves on the internet. And I'll never understand that. My children are grown and their privacy and their safety is more important than me proving a point on the internet, or I would never exploit my children for the internet. Not my family, not my loved ones, not my friends, no one. Because I care about them. And I respect my friends, my family, and I love them. And I never want them. I just can't. I can't even finish that sentence because that doesn't even compute in my brain. Like being a victim on the internet is more important than protecting and securing my family and their dignity and their privacy and all the things. And you have to be very careful. She seems to be willing to share so much personal information to people right off the bat after talking to them. And I can't speak for details because, again, Bliss Chris has never given me any details. I don't want them. Neither has Stanley Cup. I'm talking about patterns of behavior, what people have said. She overshares things too quickly with people. Your children's private stuff should never be spoken about to people you don't know. People have to earn your trust and vice versa. My friends have earned my trust. My friends, I tell them everything about my sons, but again, these group of women have earned my trust. They have. They have. And there's still certain things we don't share about our families that, you know what I mean? We're not like weirdos like that, but we trust each other. And I think that that has to be earned. And people, I don't know that sometimes, and it's hard for people that don't think like this to realize some people want to bait people with private, their own personal information or their own family's information in hopes that if it gets used, they will become a victim on the internet. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. But think back. I know there's people that you've seen on the internet that have done this to because getting sympathy on the internet feeds them more than their own family's well-being and safety. And I'll never be that. I'll never be that. Not everybody. I know that. I know that. I know that. And I think that's why it's important. No matter who I've fallen out with, I will never share anything they've ever told me. I just won't. I just won't. That I will never weaponize anything anybody's told me. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't need people around you that secretly think you're untrustworthy. And Bliss is not. Bliss has never told anything that she's shared with her, unless she told her that it was okay to share it with us. Unless she told her it was okay to share it with us. Like the proof of the dirty that those women were doing to people and Bliss Chris, and how I was betrayed, right? And my friend's court case hurt because I shared with somebody that I considered a friend and she wasn't my friend. And she used that information and shared it with a group of women that despise us, knowing they despise us, and hurt my friend in real life. And I did nothing to her but be a friend to her. So I'm not down with that shit. I'm a pretty open book about myself, but not my kids. Lesson learned. I get it, Shyla. And unfortunately, you had to learn by being burned by people you trusted and thought were friends too. You know what I mean? But you're not continuing to do that over and over and over again. You learned that one time. I think the readiness to give up her own personal info reflects why she so easily finds everyone else's info. You're right. If you don't value, if nothing's sacred to you, right? Why would you value somebody else's information or their family? You know what I mean? Yours is not sacred. No one else's is sacred either. You wouldn't understand the value of that because you don't hold that value for yourself. It's fucking crazy to me. It's fucking crazy to me. Hi Yaya, how are you? So good to see you. You know what I mean? I don't know, it just makes me sad. And anyway, I appreciate you guys having been here. Um, I know my lives go all over the place here. Look at my hair, dude. This shit look crazy. Anyway, um, my lives go all over the place, but I did want to be here before the end of the month to gift those 5 memberships. And I gotta make it at least a live once a week. I'm trying to do that at least once a week. So I'll be back, but I'm probably gonna do another live because it's the weekend and my sons all work on the weekend, so it's easier for me to pick one of those days to do a live because the house is empty. I'm here alone. I could talk crap without bothering my kids and all the things. I just find it easier. Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, all my sons are home. And you guys know I don't like to go live when my sons are home because that time needs to be spent with my sons. They work a lot. We have different schedules. So any time that I could spend with my sons, I'm going to spend with them. You know what I mean? What did Maria say? I told Bliss Chris that I'm pregnant. Fucking Maria, I swear to God. Yo, Maria can make you laugh no matter what, bro. I think that's so important. Bliss has never shared a single thing, and I don't think Shelly realizes that. And she doesn't. And Bliss was so upset this morning that she was contemplating showing stuff. And a few of us, well, many of us were like, no, unless, some people were like, no, but if you want to. But the majority of us were like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Because the truth is, these people don't care about the truth. They don't care about the truth. You know what I mean? And Bliss has always held that as a rule for herself. And I don't want my friend to go against a rule that she's held for herself because she's so frustrated and so angry. This hurt Bliss a lot. This hurt. Bliss went out on a limb, man. She went out on a limb to be there for Shelly. And it's messed up. It's messed up that it bit her in the ass again. And Bliss didn't do anything wrong in this situation. And I know I'm biased, these are my friends, but again, I don't lack self-awareness for myself nor for my friends. I'm still able to see things objectively. Bliss did nothing fucking wrong. Nothing wrong. And Shelly doing these videos, making Bliss out to be the devil, acting like Bliss has shared shit. She hasn't shared a fucking thing. Bliss's children and her husband are the most important things to her. So she understands how important other people's children are to them too, and their families and their moms and their dads, because people that value their family understand how precious and important it is to everyone else. So she would never fucking do that. Never do that. We don't play them type of games with people's kids. We would never talk about somebody's kids ever, ever. That's not a fucking thing over here. But I don't know if it's because Shelly's so used to being around people that do that shit that she's assuming everybody does that, or she's just looking to again try to be a martyr, and she's looking into being back in the fold with that other crew, right? Like it's weird. She like fucking teeters back and forth. She fucking pogo sticks between groups of people, and they keep and what Steph said is right. Why do we forgive Shelly for the shit that she did? And because we did. I mean, I didn't really have anything to forgive Shelly for personally. I didn't. Just like I never did shit personally to Shelly. Never. I was in a chat of people that didn't like her. That's my fucking crime. Never talked about her, never talked about her kids, never talked about her husband, none of that shit. But this is fucking crazy. This is crazy and it's unacceptable, and fuck that bullshit. Thank you, Yaya. You're always very, very kind. Thank you. So I'm gonna get out of here before I get myself in trouble. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll be back one day this week, and you'll see it. I'll schedule it because when I'm gonna go live, I'll schedule it like a day before, because that's what holds me accountable. And it's like, okay, I scheduled it, gotta go live. So it'll be, I don't know, tomorrow is Friday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna do 2 days back to back. Either Saturday or Sunday, one of those 2 days. It'll be earlier than this, depending on my son's schedule. But I will be live either Saturday or Sunday, and I want to do the parenting thing again, the estrangement. I want to continue with that series. I found some more interesting videos. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great evening, whatever, wherever you are in the world. Sometimes it may not be, right? Because Betty's in the future. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great evening. Y como siempre, te quiero mucho. Oh, I will link Steph's video in the description. I will link Bliss Chris's channel, because Bliss has been doing like lives, a whole series about this group of people. So if you're not familiar with this group of people and the things that have been going on, Bliss has been doing a whole series about it every Tuesday. She's been treating us with a bunch of lives I'm living for this week. But Bliss every Tuesday does a live from either 10:30 in the AM to noon, sometime in between then. I will link Bliss Chris, and I will link Steph, her video, amazing video. So I will link that in the description, and thank you all for being here. Yes, Jules, please go live. I've been missing her lives. I was watching them on the replay today. In KK2, I was like trying to catch up. Like, what the hell? I got to catch up. But have a great evening, guys. I hope to see you. I will see you Saturday or Sunday. Bye, guys.